Want to learn how to make these delicious looking buffalo chickpea cauliflower tacos? Then stay tuned because that's what I'm going to show you how to make today. Hey, if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Lily. My channel is a place where I share all of my healthy, vegan, mostly whole food, plant-based recipes with all of you. And today I'm making buffalo chickpea cauliflower tacos. So I have 1 head of cauliflower and I'm just gonna cut it into little bite-sized pieces about this big. And then once I do that, I'm gonna put everything on a baking sheet. I just cut them in bite-sized pieces. That way they're about the same size as the chickpeas. You can obviously do them as small or big as you want, but I just like to do that so that they cook pretty quick. Next, I have a large baking sheet. My oven is preheated to 400 degrees, and I have 1 can of rinsed and drained chickpeas. I'm just gonna put these on the pan first. And if you want a little more, obviously use like 2 cans of chickpeas, but this is all I've got for tonight. You just wanna use some paper towel or any kind of towel and just kind of dry off the chickpeas. This is just gonna help them to crisp up in the oven. Okay, that's pretty good. And if you want, you can like pick off these extra little skins, but you really don't have to. Okay, then I'm gonna go in with all my cauliflower. Next, I'm gonna use some garlic powder. Just kind of cover it all evenly. Onion powder, do the same. And you're gonna need some Frank's Red Hot Original Cayenne Pepper Sauce. So this is really a good option because it only has cayenne peppers, distilled vinegar, water, salt, and garlic powder in it. So I know they also make the buffalo version, but that has oil added to it, so I don't use that. So I'm gonna use probably about 1/4 cup or so of this. Just kind of however much you want. Let me measure it for you actually. This is 1/4 cup. Next, to kind of make this hot sauce more like a buffalo sauce, it obviously needs some fattiness to it because buffalo sauce usually has butter or oil added to it. So I'm gonna be using some tahini, and it needs to be like really creamy tahini for this. And I'm just gonna use about a tablespoon or 2. Just kind of drizzle it on there. That's my cat, sorry about him. And then I'm just gonna go in with my hands and mix this up because I don't really mind getting messy. And this is actually a copycat recipe that I'm trying to like reproduce from Mom's Organic Market. If anybody has one of those near them, they make these delicious buffalo chickpea cauliflower tacos. And we haven't had them in a really long time, but we were kind of craving them tonight. And I had cauliflower, so I figured why not? So I'm just gonna spread all these out evenly, and then I'm gonna throw these into the oven for about 20-ish minutes at 400 degrees, and then I'll probably toss them and put them back in there for another 10 or 15 minutes. I'm just gonna toss everything just to make sure it's evenly browned and so that it doesn't burn either. I'm gonna put it back into the oven for another 10 minutes. Next, I'm gonna make a quick little ranch sauce to go on top of these tacos. At Mom's Organic Market, they do like an avocado crema, but I'm just gonna do a ranch in place of that. So I'm gonna do about 1/2 cup of plain unsweetened almond milk yogurt. You can use any kind of vegan yogurt as long as it's plain and unsweetened. I'm gonna do about 2 or 3 tablespoons of unsweetened plain soy milk. And you can always add more if you're if you like the thickness of your ranch lighter. Next, I'm gonna add a little bit of plain hummus. And this is just gonna give it a little bit of a fattiness, kind of like buttery milk ranch vibes in a way. Sometimes I'll do like a tablespoon of tahini in place of the hummus, but there's tahini in hummus, so I find that it works pretty good. Just about a tablespoon of that. Next, a little bit of salt, probably about a 1/4 teaspoon. About a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. And then, since it's ranch, you gotta have some herbs in there, so I just have dill weed and cilantro on hand, but you can use parsley, works really nice as well. 1/4 teaspoon or so of this as well. And then a little bit of garlic and onion powder. I'm just gonna keep it a 1/4 teaspoon for everything. I really usually don't measure though. Just eyeball it and whatever tastes good. Then we'll give it a good mix. Looks good to me, and just give it a taste. Tastes good. Next, I'm just gonna shred some kale. I already had this washed and cleaned from the day before, and this is what we're gonna use in the tacos instead of lettuce. So you just wanna cut it really small, because you know kale can be pretty tough. Okay, so that looks pretty good. It's pretty small, as you can see. All right, so they are all done. Looks delicious. So I'm just gonna set these aside. And then I'm gonna get a pan over medium heat just to heat up the tortillas on. I like to use this brand of tortillas, La Tortilla Factory. These handmade tacos are yellow corn and wheat, and they are so good. The perfect blend of corn and wheat, I think. Who's ready to try one of these delicious looking tacos? Not your average taco either. So let's go in for it. Feel free to make extra of the buffalo sauce too, just by mixing together a little bit of tahini with that Frank's Red Hot sauce. And you could also drizzle that on top, but I'm not feeling too spicy today, so I'm just gonna do it just like this with the ranch on top. Super tasty. I love the roasted chickpeas in here. It gives such a good texture. And the cauliflower, of course, goes really good with buffalo sauce. And the ranch is so easy to make, and it tastes very similar to regular ranch. So I like the added kale on there for like some extra greens, but you could obviously use regular lettuce if you don't have any kale, or if you don't like kale. But yeah, you need to make these right now. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope this recipe inspires you to go and make some buffalo cauliflower chickpea tacos. If you do, please comment down below and let me know what you think about it. Also, if you haven't already introduced yourself on this channel, comment down below and let me know your name, where you're watching from, and a fun fact about yourself. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I will see you very, very soon in another video. Bye.